Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay, this is my audience. Go ahead and start, Kayla.
Michaela.
Katie.
Joel. John.
Okay, yeah, Sean, please. I'm Chloe Zankovich, and I'm going to be doing a speech on should interns be paid for their work. So unpaid interns are being persuaded that it's a privilege to work for a company rather than being valued to receive pay for their work. And the National Association of Colleges and Employers found that 63.1% of paid interns received a job offer after graduating versus 37% of unpaid interns. Companies who promote unpaid internships because they think it's a privilege to work for their company rather than not valuing the intern's work through the correct way an employee gets paid should be illegal. Through being paid from an internship and reaping the benefits of a newfound job, and researching this topic, I have learned how important it is to establish yourself as a valued employee, even coming in as an intern. After explaining how unfairly treated unpaid interns are, I hope you start to change your mind about how undergraduates should be treated coming into the workplace, and maybe change this yourself if you are a business owner. Items from the Forbes stated, proponents of unpaid internships say the jobs help aspiring professionals get on-site experiences and resume entries that can spur their careers. Detractors insist that unpaid positions exploit workers, take jobs from would-be entry-level employees, favor the privileged who can afford to make no money, and perhaps most importantly, break long-standing labor laws. There's also a need for an intern to be paid. Not only aren't they like entry-level employees, but they offer something new and fresh to the company with possible new ideas or experience from their generation. It's hard to be an unpaid intern unless you are financially privileged. Many are faced with this issue, and students who provide for themselves are at risk to having less on their resume. Paid interns learn how to actually be in a job in their field and budget and gain experience where it is needed. Ultimately, paid interns feel more in control and have a real-life experience on their resume. College students already have the degree and debt to pay to prove worthy enough for a paid internship. With the debt and hard work college students are putting into their degrees, they need some money in order to give an amount of time to the company. The Mike Network states, no matter how prestigious an internship is, if it doesn't pay, many students can't take it because they can't afford to. Using interns for free labor takes paid work opportunities from applicants, contributing to unemployment and devaluing the labor force. Now that we know the problem, let's move on to the solution. I would like for you to consider paying interns as a business owner, or as an employee, recommend paying the interns who help make the company you work for run as well. Paying interns drastically increases their chance to finding a job. According to a 2013 survey by the National Association of Colleges and Employees, there is a little difference in employment outcomes between those that have unpaid internship experience and those who have no internship at all. By giving interns at least minimum wage, we are helping students have a chance in the job industry and learn. Now that you've heard both the problem and the solution, visualize this. All employers should fairly pay any form of employee who has been interviewed and hired. If we were to encounter a situation while looking for an internship and were unable to take the job because it was unpaid and are stuck in debt and bills, as a college student, would taking an unpaid internship truly benefit for you now and later in the future? Imagine being in debt and needing the extra experience for your career advancement and not having any way to go about it because you need something that can help pay for simply your gas to the workplace and back. We are now stuck in a situation where college graduates are unable to find a job because of their lack of experience for their inability to afford an unpaid internship. So as I explained to you, interns should be paid for their work, even if it was to be minimum wage. Companies who promote unpaid internships because they think it's a privilege to work for their company rather than not valuing the interns work through the correct way and employee gets paid should be legal. As for me, I reap the effects of being a paid intern and being able to have saved money for the next transition in a job while the internship ended. Employers and employees, I urge you to pay your interns and treat them as valued work in the company or do not have an internship program. Imagine as a college student being paid and valued as an employee for the short time of being there and taking with you the experience and paid bills. It's a miracle for a college student. Okay.